Thank you for joining us again in this training series. Today, our focus is going to be to installing plugin into our WordPress website for we to enhance the functionalities of our WordPress website. In our earlier class, we talked about installing of theme, which was where we installed a new theme to transform our own page to this design we are seeing right now on our own page. Remember, initially when we installed WordPress, the home page was not as beautiful as this. Our home page was just a green background and some text, but with the theme we installed, our home page now has series of images, some fancy colors and some elegant designs. So also we can install plugin into our WordPress website to increase the functionalities. Remember, in the part 1 of this training series, we talked about WordPress, and remember I said WordPress is basically built for blogging, but with the help of plugins it enhances the functionalities of WordPress so that we can do so many things with it. Even though WordPress is built for blogging, it can be enhanced to be used in developing of a social networking website, or to build a forum and also an e-commerce system, which we are going to be looking at how to go about those website categories. So let us install a plugin. I'm going to be showing you how to install a new plugin and how to delete a plugin in this class today. So for we to install a plugin in our WordPress website, we need to go to our admin dashboard, and remember, to access the admin dashboard of your WordPress website, what you need to do is to enter the domain name of your website, then you add a slash with the word wp-admin. So let's do that. The domain name for our website is smartphone.isego.com, then with a / wp-admin. Once we type in these, now if you are not logged in already, WordPress will ask you to provide your login details, the username and the password, which we supplied when we are installing WordPress through Softaculous. So if you missed that video, I will advise you to go and watch it again. We installed that in the part 1 of this training series. So go to the part 1 of this training series where we install WordPress into our server. The link to it is going to be dropped at the description box, so you can get it from there, where we talked about installing of WordPress. So let's move on. To install a new plugin, you need to click on this icon. Remember, we are working on our mobile phone, on our smartphone, so some of those menus will be hidden, so you have to trigger it out yourself to see those extra menus. So once you click on the icon, you scroll up to where you see the word plugin. Can you see plugins? So click on it. So when you can see other menus, the sub menu to plugin. You can see install plugins, new plugin, plugin editor. So where we are going to exactly is add new. But before we go to add new, let us see the plugins we have already in our WordPress website. So click on install plugin. install plugin is going to show the list of plugins that has been installed already. You can see we have Aksmith anti-spam plugin, we have the CWW companion, we have the Hello Dolly. Now these, some of these plugins, we are like this CW companion was required by the theme we installed. So when we click on setup, when we install the theme triggered the installation of these plugins. And remember, when we were also setting up our WordPress website, we checked a box that limits the numbers of installation, numbers of logging in, when you, numbers of trials. If you submit a wrong username or password severally, this plugin is going to block the user from repeating the same thing, because this plugin is watching to avoid brute force. Maybe a bot is trying to use different username and password to access our admin. So this plugin called Loginizer is going to place a limit of trial to a number of time. So if you are trying a wrong password first time, second time, third time, the plugin is going to suspend you from being able to try another username and password for some minutes or for some hours, depending on what settings you have given to it. But where we are going to exactly today is to add a new plugin. You can see, click on the word add new, or you go to the plugin menu and click on add new, either of the two. So once you click on add new, you will see different plugins that are available on WordPress. There are thousands of plugins available in WordPress plugin repository. Now you can install plugin in WordPress in two different ways. You can either upload a plugin or you install from the repository. And also, just like theme, you can also upload a theme to install it from your local system to your online server, or you install the theme from the WordPress theme repository. So what I want to do now is, we are going to install a plugin. It's an SEO plugin. It's called Yoast SEO. But let's assume I don't know the name in full. I will just type the word SEO. So WordPress repository is going to look for plugins that are as the word SEO. Can you see? I only typed SEO, but the plugin gave me, look at this, 29 pages. That's pagination. And on a page there are more than 10 different plugins that are tagged SEO, and it was paginated. So in case you don't know the name for the plugin you want to install exactly, but you know the logo that was used, or you know the name of the developer, or if you see the description, you're going to remember what it is. So just type a short name of that plugin or that theme you want to install, and WordPress is going to go through their repository database and bring out similar plugins or similar themes based on the name you provided. So this is the plugin we want to install. It is called Yoast SEO. Now what does Yoast SEO does? It helps us in advancing our SEO, on site SEO. So click on install now. You can see it's now installing. Can you see that? Now I want to say this. In some cases, you may want to install plugin or you want to install theme. Now this happens a lot if you are on a free hosting plan. You might have encountered this error when you click on install now, instead of the installing that you see now, it may show the word update failed. Now if it shows the word update failed, don't worry, it is because the free hosting server you are using is too busy. So what you need to do is just to reload that page. Once you reload that page, the word install now will show again. So click on that install now. Once you click on install now, if the server is free or the load on that server is reduced, you will be able to install that plugin or theme. But if it does not install and it shows the word update failed again, still reload that page. Once you reload that page, that update failed is going to change to the word install now. But in our situation over here, the plugin is installed successfully, so we can now go ahead to activate this plugin. Now let me tell you this: if you install either theme or plugin, until you activate that theme or you activate that plugin, it won't be active on your website. Now look at this menu section of our website. I want to show you this quickly. Take a look at this section. Now because I've not activated used SEO, this toolbar, you did not see anything that is related to used SEO there. But as soon as I activate my used SEO, let me activate it, automatically the plugin is going to add a toolbar for used SEO. Now the plugin is activated now, so let me reload this page. Let me reload the page. Click on this three dot, then click on reload. Can you see this? Used SEO now have a toolbar. Can you see this? Can you see that? That means our plugin is installed and is now active. Now if I should deactivate that plugin, let me deactivate. Can you see the plugin is activated? We have the get premium, FAQ and settings, but I want to deactivate to show you that it is because we activated used SEO. That is why we have that icon, the toolbar there. So I will click on deactivate. Now when I click on deactivate, can you notice that toolbar is no more there? Also, I want to show you something. Let us create a new post. Click on post. And click on add new. Now what used SEO does is to help us spell out what we want the search engine to display about a particular post or about our page. So used SEO helps us in spelling out the description we want, the title we want to be displayed, and some other things, some meta descriptions we want to display. Now I want you to look at this page. Initially, the creating of posts shouldn't be like this. But because we are on a free server, remember, I purposely use this free server for learning sake, so that everyone going through this course will be able to practicalize along. But if you are seeing this, it means the styling of our website is not loaded. Now whenever this happen, what you need to do is just to and in the URL bar, where you enter the domain name to your website, click on it. Just add the word. You can see this question mark. Can you see the word question? Can you see this question mark? Yeah, question mark. Now, in case you can't find question mark there, just add a question mark, and some random characters. Now, what does this does is it does the work of add refresh, it add reload to bring the styling, the JavaScript, everything to load them up afresh by force. So give it a random character. Make sure you first of all add the word question mark. What we are doing here is just like we are adding a query, question mark, and just random character. But once you do that, then reload it, click on enter. It's coming up. Now, same thing is not showing. Still reload it again. Can you see that now? It has now displayed the styling of our website. We can see the icon, see the background color. Now it's still coming up. Let's still reload one more time. So our add new post page is coming up. Now you can see it has now come up, add title. Now in case you are trying to reload the page and you're always seeing the black and nothing else, just keep refreshing. Now I want you to know this, that using this server, it is just for we to learn. Now by the time we are rounding up this course, I'm going to be showing you premium hosting server that you can use, that is going to relieve you of all this stress of the server is timing out, or some styles are not showing, or the plugin you want to install is writing update failed, or the theme you are trying to install in is writing update failed. All those things will not happen if you are on a premium hosting server, because your premium hosting server, you will have so many settings, so many support, so many configuration, so many functionalities has been put in place for you. So I'm going to be showing you affordable premium hosting accounts that you can use, that you can start with, and once you do that, you can just launch your website on it, launch a project on it, and start getting the results on your investment through it. So let's move on. Now remember I said I want to show you something about plugin. Now if I should scroll down, you can see there is nothing like SEO here. I purposely opened this page for you before I reactivate the Yoast SEO plugin. Now you can see nothing like Yoast SEO. So let me go back to our plugin section in our dashboard. Now I'm going to reactivate the Yoast SEO. Now click on activate. Now if I should activate this used SEO now, you are going to see a section that talks about used SEO at the bottom of this page where I'm going to add a new post. And also at the toolbar here, you are going to see an icon that talks about used SEO. And also at the bottom here, you will see a section that talks about used SEO. So let's do that. I will click on activate. Now our plugin is activated. Can you see straight away we now have used in the toolbar. Now let us go to our post page. Let's reload it. To reload, just click on this icon. Click on this icon, or you drag down, either of the two. It's coming up. No, it has loads. So can you see now? Can you see this section that says used? Can you see? Because the used SEO plugin has been activated. So that is how we install plugin to enhance the functionalities of our website. Now, used does not only appear at the toolbar or on our post page alone. If I should click on this icon to expand the menus we have available, you are going to see a section for used also. Can you see? This is used. This is used also. So with these, you can installing plugin, you can enhance the functionalities of your website. And the same way I install this used plugin, I can like, oh, I don't want it anymore longer, you can delete it. Now how do you delete plugin? First of all, you have to deactivate it. You can see nothing like delete appears here. But if I should deactivate it first, deactivate. After deactivating, then I will now see the word delete. Can you see? After deactivating, we now have activate back or delete it finally. So I don't need it any more longer, so let us just delete it. You can see it's warning us, are you sure you want to delete? Yes, I want to delete, so click on OK. So once you can see it now shows deleting. Is deleting. Now in case it keeps on showing deleting and nothing happens next, reload the page. Once you reload the page, if it has not deleted, you will see the word activate and delete. Click on that delete again. As you click on that delete again, a pop-up will show that, are you sure you want to delete it? Click on yes, click on OK, and it should delete off the page. Can you see this is an error? Say deletion error. Now this is because we are on free server, so don't bother about all this. As once you purchase the premium hosting package, remember I told you it's affordable. Once you purchase the premium hosting package, all this will not be displaying and be delaying the speed you need to get your work done on time. So if we should reload this page, let me drag it down, this will get wiped off. You can see it off. So let me go and click on delete again. Can you see now? It is now was successfully deleted. So in case at the first time you click on delete, it does not delete, or you see an error message, reload that page, then click on delete once again, then it should be deleted. So this is how to install plugin to advance or to increase the functionalities of your WordPress website. So there are so many plugins you can install. Now I only install used SEO now. Used SEO is good, If you have it on your WordPress website, it's okay, because you are going to use it to configure how search engine is going to display the result of your blog post or your pages. So thank you for your time, thank you for your continuity. Now, if you have not subscribed to our channel, don't forget to do so now, and also click on the notification bell icon, so as whenever we release a new video, you can be notified about it. So in our next class, we are going to be furthering more on our exploring WordPress, understanding WordPress. So we are going to be exploring the WP configuration section of our website. You know, looking at the home page of our website, which we the plugin, this the theme we installed. Now look at the home page. You can see all these informations, the pictures, the text. Now in our next class, we are going to be changing all these pictures, changing the text, changing the words to what we want ourselves. What our project in this part 2 is to develop a personal website, to develop a portfolio website. So we are going to change the name to our name. To I will change the name to my name, which you also to change the name to your name also. So the picture also, change it to your picture, and to configure it, to customize it to be yours and yours, with your own details, your own information. So don't miss the next class. Try to pay attention. Remember, I have been emphasizing this since the part 1 of this training series. Your attention is highly needed. Pay full attention, and if you do everything I instruct you to do in this training series, I believe by the time we are rounding it up, your level of understanding in web development will have increased highly. So thank you for your time. See you in our next class, and stay blessed.